I'll be calling you a radical here. Very historic, important video. And so, as some of you already know, that I've switched to Twitter, and I'll be switching to Twitter more and more and more as Joseph Google. It's pretty bad when pro-nuclear Musk is a lot better to use on the anti-nuclear community than Joseph Google. So this is a big story here as far as, because the old USA media has finally reported this. So as you know, Kevin Blanch reported this a long time ago. So I'm the only media that reported this. As soon as I found an obscure blogger in China that reported this. Oh, and now stay with me. This is a historic and important video. Really historic and important video. So, the Guardian's trying to panty paint it like they do everything and saying, well, it was just inside the harbor. And they've got nets up. And inside the harbor, they do say inside the rainwater. I mean, come on. We're going to catch the tank water. I mean, you believe that shit? Think about it. If they built tanks to change out, they haven't caught it. I mean, please. They don't have very little tank water. They've been flushing the whole time for, over 12 years, 4,500 and almost 20 days. So, stay with me. I'll post it. Even the Guardian caveats it in it. My work. In 2022, in February 2022, it's reported 1,400 becquerels of cesium-137 in the rockfish, 50 kilometers off the coast of Fukushima. 50 kilometers. Now, do I have to explain how far a kilometer is, kiddies? Oh my God. It is America, the old USA. You're looking a little mutated, Fuku. The rockfish, what a catch. What about the whales? You're looking a little mutated, Fuku. So, stay with me. Oh, well, cesium-137, the half-life is short. 30 years. It only comes from one place. A nuclear fission event. What's that? This is how panty-painted and ignorant and gone and how freaky the United States media is. The movie Oppenheimer absolutely throws Oppenheimer under a bus. God, on cue. Yet, here's being reported, Oppenheimer movie gives great new opportunity for SMRs. There are no SMRs. The SMR fairy tale is the biggest shakedown sham. You understand about opportunity costs? Think about it. Do you know how many billions and trillions and gazillions go to nuclear energy through Price-Anderson, through the Department of Energy, which is the old Department of Nuclearism, Jeff Bezos' grandpa? They don't talk about that in the movie, do they? Guys, his 14-year-old mother. The football field's at Berkeley, right? That's where he shot it. The real one under there, well, at Berkeley too, was Chicago Pile and not Gomer. Alonzo Stagg on chemo on Balco. This vlog, these videos, this content is for the big kids. Run along, Johnny, and go get your contemporaryism. So, stay with me. So it's been reported that fish caught in the harbor at Fukushima, Japan, but we have a net up. They can't get. Oh, does the net stop the water? Jet stream moves left to right, ocean currents. 18,000 becquerels of cesium-137 per kilogram in the rockfish flesh. 1,800 times over the raised legal limits. Now remember, you do know the limits were raised. Remember Obama crashed Radnet, the buck stops where? Gina McCarthy on Balco. Trump just got rid of it. He tripled down on it. Him and a bee. What happened to a bee still blows my mind. Woo. So stay with me. It gets better. So 1,800 times. This is before any dumping has supposedly taken place. The water dumping fallacy, reported by Kevin Blanch in real time. Their answer, the pioneers of YouTube, being eaten by the very monsters we created. You kettle me, I'll kettle you. By the way, I coined the term internet kettling, I think in 2012 during the Million Mass March inception. So it gets better. I'll post the links. So the links, show your face, Mickey. So the links, how about this one? You don't think it gets better? I'm the guy that leaked this out. The guy leaked all this out. I wonder where Hillary's emails came from. Don't go outside. Take a shower. Wash your clothes. Early April 2011. When Obama stood on the White House lawn and never promised you a rose garden. Said that, I will keep you advised what I know. Flown to South America. Then Trump triples down. How about this one? June 2011. Kevin Blanch puts into the internet. Someone leaked it to me from Cal Berkeley. Yep. The Chicago pile on Balco on chemo, and I don't mean Gomer pile. For May, don't he look just like Bezos? The old Jeff Bezos. This is in June of 2011. I'll post the link. You can read it. The International KOK study. What? There's an international, including Ken Buesler's named on her. After he's out there pulling his stint. He got outed, didn't he? It's like Arnie Gundershill. Oh, I got so many dirty stories about him. I could freaking throw him so far under the bus, but there'll become a time, and a place for that. Japan's tidy, people. They'll clean up Helen. Helen told me to my face that I was sitting with Noam Chomsky, and we know where he's been outed at. Whoa. The same time that I was there. That was in February of 2015. Kevin, you can't say the F word in my symposium. Why? I'm a butcher, what's cow? I'm a baker, what's cake? I'm an anti-nuker. I sell a lot of books. What's Fukushima? Chris Busby says the Pacific Ocean's a big place. It'll dilute. Kevin Camps told me he was an abolitionist. He's not an anti-nuker. The half-nukers, march them out. In 2011 of June, I'll post the link. Leaked to Kevin Blanch. International team. Scientists from all over the world, including their scientists from the University of Arizona. Yeah, theirs are real close to the ocean. The marine biologist in the high desert of Utah, Kevin Blanch. Doc Ricketts on Balco. University of Chicago, Doc Ricketts? Yep. My credentials are way better than his. He was a poacher. So, international in June. 3 sample sets, 40 kilometers off the coast of Fukushima, Japan. Is that 40 miles, kids? First sample set, 3 times the background radiation levels of cesium-137. Again, we know cesium-137 only comes from one event. Bikini Atolls on Balco. Edward Teller on chemo. Oh, by the way, I have the atom bomb disease. I'll be out at the Enola Gay Hangar on the 6th for the 50th year in a row. Hoping to get to Monterey Bay here in the next few days. I can raise some money. I ain't gonna quit you. No, I ain't gonna quit you. Go give it to Greenpeace, Sierra Club, or whatever. Maybe send it to Trump Super PAC. Or maybe Biden Super PAC. I don't know. They're gonna, don't say the F word. They're gonna save us. Okay, all right. So, second sample set. Now remember, do I have to explain what the background level is? Let's go slow. The background level, Bikini Atolls, all the open air tests, we know what the background, we know what the level is inside the Pacific Ocean. Widely reported from all this environmental, now I become destroyer of worlds. 3 times over the background level. Whoa, that's enough to scare the bejesus out of you. Second sample set, 50 times. Remember, this is June of 2011, the international set. I'll post the link. 50. June 2011. By the way, that video that's posted out there in June 14th, 2011 of Fukushima blowing up again, I'm the guy that found that on the live cam. It's where the wind blows. Gets better. Third sample set, 1,000 times above the background level. 40 kilometers off the coast of Fukushima, June 2011. I put that out before, that was in the abstract, that was before there was any conclusion. The conclusion's out there right now, I'll post it for you. Our conclusion is the nuclear contamination radiation fallout from the Fukushima event is into the column, they call it, into the water current, into the column, and there is no stopping it. June 2011. January 2021. 40 kilometers off the coast of Fukushima. Rockfish. Looking a little contaminated, Fuku. Fish swim. Ocean currents move. .1,400 becquerels of cesium-137 per kilogram in the rockfish. That's 100 times over the raised legal limits in Japan. There is no legal limits in the United States. Trump got rid of them after Obama raised them over and over. And you think there's a difference between the two. Okay. The greatest crime in human history, the cover-up of Fukushima. So I reported this, that the Guardian reporting today, the day they got here. This is July 24th. This is the nuclear radiated place here in Utah. You know, I got cancer in 2011. My father nuked to death in the Nevada test site. Now we've become destroyers of worlds. Killed my dad. Pop. Nuked to death in the Nevada test site. Think that's a coincidence. I got the atom bomb disease, a Sukuro folding 1,000 paper cranes. I'll be out there. Her very own niece presents me with a paper crane. 7th generation Utah. Well, I've got leukemia and says thank you. The Prime Minister of Japan, Nato Khan, bows to me at Del Mar. Down the stretch they come. What more proof do you guys want? And you're still falling for this freaking, they're going to dump fallacy? My little black dress I made in Vienna at the IAEA. Go ask somebody in Germany about Fukushima or Austria. They don't buy into the lies that you've been had. Looking a little mutated, Fuku. So, tell me lies. Tell me sweet little SMRs are going to save the world. There are no SMRs. There are no SMRs. There are no SMRs. What about opportunity cost? Do you even know about opportunity cost, what that is? Who's this? That's my grandson. I'll call him back. Born in 2011. March of 2011. I'll call him back. So, look at a little mutated Fuku. Let me brag somewhere. I reported this over a month ago. Then Japan media reported it in a very panty-paned way. Last week, the Guardian has it now. Okay. What more proof do you guys want? How about the USS Reagan? How that work? American people don't want the truth. I've learned my lesson. So I'll be switching to Twitter. I already have. So Google's just way too repressive. I was interviewed the other day, again, by a guy. What makes, he even said the word American. I says, you mean the old USA? Unique. And I says, its diversity used to be, and the First Amendment. Our freedom of thought, our freedom of expression, our freedom of to be free scientists, to hypothesize, to do the field work, to publish our work. without paying for it, J-Store on Balco, Aaron Swartz on chemo. But that's gone. The Patriot Act took care of that. The First Amendment is then ripped to shreds. So we are not unique anymore. We're not exceptionalists. We never have been. But we did have a unique place because we had a free press. We had an open dialogue. YouTube used to call themselves the Great Equalizer. What are they now? What are they now? What are the three branches of government in the United States? NSA, CIA, CFR. It's baseball season. Let's go. Fouled that one off. Behind in the count. When ain't I? It's a hit. So, I don't know what more you want. I really don't. Travel all over the world. I've done the work of 1,000 professors. First, you hypothesized the only person on earth that told you these are full blown out freaking meltdowns. No credit, never free, never me, because I did the Unforgiven. Took on the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate because I have the atom bomb disease. Got it that year in 2011. Went into a bone marrow transplant on 11/11/11. As Einstein would say, your place in time, oh curse and spite that I was ever born to set this right. I watched you dump the nuclear poison into my father's ear in the Nevada test set. Ophelia. I have some nuclear rue, which I call the atom bomb disease. Well, Sudoku's mother did. Cancer, AML, leukemia. Folding 1,000 paper cranes. She got 644. I have some for you. I have some for me. But you must wear yours with indifference. Oh, curse the spite that I was ever born to set this right. Country and western version of Hamlet. Son got my eye, coach. Don't drop your dry cask container. What about opportunity cost? Wind and solar, alternative energy is kicking the shit out of nuclear energy by the day. Just not going to happen. Oh, they can't store it. Yes, they can. They can store it for 2 years. Right here, right now. And that would be a story if the sun didn't shine here for 2 years in Utah, the western United States. We have a grid at the speed of light from Southern California. That sun can be in Times Square, but they block it and then they lie. And these people that write these articles, number one, they're either ignorant or paid propagandists who just don't care. They'll think they'll care when the doctor looks at you. Just get your freaking affairs in order, which they've done to me multiple times. So what more do you want? So the Guardian's reporting now what I report. I report all this, do all the field work, so I hope to be in Monterey in the next few days. I'd like to go tomorrow, next day. We're going to get a pretty good low tide. You know, the second lowest of the year. I got some great work done in San Diego on that low tide. Really great work. And it stayed low for a long time. It was better than I thought it was going to be. And, you know, this winter I marked all this on my calendar when I had a massive heart attack. I kept telling them my valves going, I have a pacemaker now, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's been a hell of a 12 years, hasn't it? I'm like the Pacific Ocean. Clinging on. Monic acid. Oh, boy. Deny that. More of that going on in the Central Coast. So, then to the Enola Gay hangar for my 50th year in a row work. This is a historic video. Uh-oh. God, Einstein, you have to, what did you say? Louis Strauss, paranoid. What did Einstein say to Oppenheimer? Let me show you what he said. I'll tell you what he said. Let me show you what he said. The great anti-nuclear activists. That's what he said. Stay tuned.